Hey lovelies, and welcome back to the K Corner, where we heal guts, we balance hormones, and we let that shit go. Yeah, welcome. Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm a holistic nutritionist as well as a fitness and movement coach. I do all things to do with hormones and detoxing and parasites. Sometimes we don't talk much about parasites, it scares people. But I also hang upside down with you guys too. Yeah, pole, aerial yoga, the fun stuff. Okay, sometimes we throw in a little bit of Pilates there too. So welcome back. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you want to join in on more of this fitness, movement, healing content to help you along and start living in a body that you actually want to live in. Because that's exciting, right? We actually want to be happy in our bodies. Righty ho. So today we are talking about why detoxing isn't just a trend, which I'm thinking might be very controversial because people have their opinions on detoxing. But I'm going to share a little bit with you today, and hopefully we can get to an understanding on detoxing. Okay, so the science behind cleansing your gut and your liver, so we're going to look into that a little bit today. I know it's a little bit controversial. A lot of people will say that your body is designed to detox itself. I say we live in a world that is where we are bombarded by way more toxins, way more than what our body can handle, and we are seeing the ramification of that now. We are seeing our body struggle. We are seeing these diseases and illnesses and just the body breaking down way too early. And I don't want to see you women suffer for that. So we're going to see if we can help you out today. So detoxing isn't just about juice cleanses or celery sticks. It's not that, actually. Okay, if anybody tells you you need to go on a 7-day juice cleanse, call bullshit. Okay, that's not detoxing. It's not. Okay, it's definitely not detoxing. It's not about skinny teas. I've seen those skinny teas as well. Do they play a role? Yes, they can play a role, but you don't just drink the juice, guys. Okay. No. Okay, so your body literally detoxes every single day. Now that I will agree on. Your body does detox every single day. It's working very hard to eliminate everything that you bombard it with. Keynote there. Okay. Keynote. The problem is most of us are blocking that process. I was like, what did I write there? Blocking that process. Okay, most of us are blocking that process. We either feeding our bodies with way too much toxins. We are introducing, and we just live in a chaotic world in general. Half the time we don't even know how much bombardment our bodies are dealing with. And then we are also not supporting the body to eliminate effectively. So our body is working as hard as it can with what you are giving it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Are you supporting it? And what are you all putting on it? Because we all know the rabbit hole we can go down when it comes to skincare and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. Right, first thing that we're going to be talking about is your liver. Your liver is literally your detox CEO. It is the master. It is the main big, I don't know, the main guy. Okay, the boss at the top, detox queen. Okay, that is your liver. So the science behind it. You're jumping in. So liver runs the detox in 2 phases. So that's key to know. 2 phases. Phase 1 breaks down the toxins, and phase 2 binds them for removal. Okay, so breaks down and then binds for removal. Okay. Now in phase 2 is sluggish, the binding. Okay, toxins and estrogen build up. So for those of you who are relatively new, who've missed some of the videos, you can go back and go check them. There's a bunch of extra info there. The estrogen is eliminated. Where was this? That I think it was a TikTok video. So you basically shit your estrogen out. Okay, and if your liver is sluggish or your digestion is sluggish, it starts building up. And estrogen building up in the body is not something that we want. It leads to estrogen dominance, which means we're moody, cranky, and miserable. Bleep there. Yeah, we get it. Okay. I like to refer estrogen dominance to Georgina from Mean Girls when she was batshit crazy. That is what estrogen looks like. It's a physical representation. Okay. So why does this matter? An overload of toxins and estrogen in our body is not being removed out effectively will lead to PMS, fatigue, and skin issues. When your body's natural detox pathways cannot eliminate effectively, i.e., let's say it's managed to eliminate 60% of what is gone into your body then moves to the next possible way to try and eliminate, and that can appear through the skin. Okay, so your body is going to go, I still have got 40% of the shit that I'm trying to get rid of. Try pushing it out in the skin. How could that look like? That can look like eczema, psoriasis, skin rashes, body acne, face acne, cystic acne, like any weird expulsion. Okay, it's literally your body trying to push out what it couldn't do effectively with some of the other eliminatory pathways it has. Okay. And then obviously it leads to PMS and fatigue. PMS is not normal, FYI. If you are dealing with PMS symptoms, take note, it's your body telling you something is not right. You should not be experiencing PMS. If your cycle is 100% healthy, you will not be experiencing PMS. You would not be having cramps, moodiness, crankiness. You would not be feeling tired, bloated. Those are not normal things. That's your body telling you, help me, save me. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. How do we fix this? How do we help to support the liver to detox effectively? Number one thing I love recommending, eat cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, those types of things. Kale is not evil. We do not need to villainize it. It is perfectly fine for you to eat kale. If you know my rant, you know. Okay, we won't get into it today because we'll be here an hour. Okay, and then hydration and less alcohol. Alcohol really does not, and I know we all like a glass of wine. I like a good glass of wine or a good craft beer, but it's not good for the liver. Do you have to quit alcohol? Probably not. If you're on a healing journey, yes. Then I'm going to be like, quit that shit. And then the idea is to heal the body and live a life where we are supporting our bodies to be able to enjoy a glass of wine and the pizza. Okay, that's like what I strive for. Okay, I strive for you to be able to support your body to be able to enjoy these things. Okay, so cruciferous vegetables, hydration, and less alcohol. Next up, we've got your gut, which is your detox exit. Okay. It's where we shit it all out, where we release it physically. That's when I say release, that's what I mean. Okay. So the science behind it, the estrobolome, which is your gut bacteria, that regulates estrogen. Now, constipation equals estrogen gets reabsorbed. Okay. So if you are not going to the bathroom regularly, and when I mean regularly, I mean a minimum of once a day. Some would say you need to go after every meal. I'm like, as long as you're going once a day, we're in a good space. If you're not going once a day, we've got a problem. Also, if you are going after you drink coffee, you are constipated. If coffee instigates the release, you're constipated. Just there. Okay. So when we're getting backed up and we're getting constipated, things are sitting in our gut waiting for the exit, right? They're all piling up at the gate. Okay, your body basically reabsorbs the estrogen, leading to estrogen dominance, which leads to a host of other things. If you want to know a little bit more about estrogen dominance, go ahead, go check the videos a couple of weeks back. Okay, I'll link them here so they're all connected. We all talk about similar things. Why does this matter? This will worsen PMS, weight gain, and mood swings. Okay, estrogen is not your friend when she is ruling the roost. She's not your friend. It is one of my biggest struggles. I struggle severely with estrogen dominance. It is she's a bitch, but maybe I'm just biased. Okay, right? Estrogen, when she's dominating, she's a bitch. Okay, you're gonna have fatigue, you're gonna have weight gain, your weight gain, your typical weight gain, estrogen weight gain is like the saddlebag areas and the sides of the hips. It's very indicative of estrogen dominance, and it can be quite stubborn to lose. So you need to it does. This is why I get so frustrated when people are like, you just need to eat healthy to lose weight. That's not always the case. In some cases, yes, 100%, right? Not always the case for everyone. It's not just about eating healthy and exercising to lose weight. In some cases, we have to focus on regulating the hormones. Cortisol and estrogen both are indicative of weight gain in certain areas and are usually indicative of stubborn weight gain. So it can be difficult. You can eat as healthy as possible. If your estrogen is dominating, you will never lose weight on your saddlebags. It is incredibly difficult. So sometimes we have to look in different places or do a big whole encompassing aspect of the healing journey. Okay. How do we fix this? How do we fix the gut to exit, to detox effectively? We need to add fiber, water, and probiotics. Okay, fiber can be vegetables. It can be things like flax seeds. It can be things like mycelium husk. If you want a little scrubbing going on there, you can add some mycelium husk. It's very difficult to drink that stuff though. It like goes like jelly. It makes me retch a little bit sometimes. And then that will assist in your daily bowel movements, healthy daily bowel movements, not caffeine induced bowel movements. Get your fiber in. Probiotics are really good as well. I like to recommend to try and get your probiotics in as naturally as possible before jumping into supplementing with probiotics. If you do supplement with probiotics, it's a good idea to change a supplement company or supplement brand every 3 or so months, just to get a little bit of differences going on there. But things like yogurt with live probiotics, kefir, kombucha, fermented foods, also really, really great. There is a bit of a downside to fermented foods. If you've got a histamine intolerance or a histamine overload, you want to stay away from that. Again, I'll just preface this by saying if you are wanting to detox effectively, but you feel like there might be a few other things that are happening in your body, it's always a good idea to talk to a practitioner, speak to a nutritionist, speak to a healthcare provider, speak to a practitioner of sort to help you tailor something more specific to your body, because sometimes just one thing isn't going to fix everything. It's all connected. We can't just fix this here. We need to fix this here. Okay. Right. Next up, daily toxin load. Science behind this. Modern life equals things like pesticides, toxins, like I said, in your skincare, plastics, meds, chemicals. All of those things are daily bombardment. This is why I believe that leaving your body to detox naturally isn't always the answer. We've been bombarded by all of this stuff. Okay. Most of us don't even realize how much we're getting affected by these things. Pesticides, plastics, meds, and chemicals. Okay, these all massive toxic overloads. Why does this matter? Constant exposure equals oxidative stress and hormone disruption. You've probably heard of someone rant on about the hormone disruption, about the skincare and about the cleaning products, and they get a little bit crazy about it, okay? I agree, yes, but can we just be a little bit more realistic about it? We do live in a world where changing and shifting over to a cleaner way of lifestyle isn't always as accessible, isn't always financially available to some people, isn't always convenient. So it does make it challenging. So we just take it one step at a time. It doesn't mean you have to wipe out all your cleaning products. It doesn't mean that you stop all your meds. It doesn't mean any of that when I am talking about this topic specifically. It just means become aware of what we are inducing, what we're putting on ourselves, what we're using around our house. Be aware of that, and then we make mindful changes as we go. Okay, and you find new things. Okay, it's not just as easy as taking. I was talking about this the other day. The concept of switching out like your dishwashing liquid. Okay, normal dishwashing liquid has lots of funny chemicals in it. I just want something a little bit cleaner. It's not just about going to the store and picking out a clean option. there's not always clean options available in the store where you do your groceries. Sometimes you have to order it online. Sometimes the only option is to make it yourself, which is crazy. Not all of us have time to make dishwashing soap at home. Okay, I really hope one day I can. Or just have a company that just makes clean shit. Like, that would be great. And make it more accessible. But yes, that's where we're going with that. Okay, so how do we fix this? We can look at swapping plastics for glass. That doesn't mean you need to take all your Tupperware out of your cupboard and replace it with glass. That is a massive financial investment, and some people are not in that space to be able to financially invest in all glass Tupperware. So what do? When the Tupperware lid broke, you chuck it away and you go, okay, I need another one. Just buy the one glass one. Good, easy way to do it. Okay, you just change as you need to. We don't need to be excessive about it. We don't need to be crazy about it. Okay, if you want to just take everything out of your kitchen and replace it, you can do that too. It's your prerogative how you want to do that. You can also look at using clean products and then whole foods where possible. Try your very best to eat majority of your food in its natural form versus from a packet or a jar or a box or whatever the case may be. You want to try and limit that as much as possible and work from raw form as all. Does that mean you have to bake your bread from scratch, make your pasta from scratch? No, it doesn't. You make your sacrifices where you can and where financially and physically available. Some of us don't have the time for making pasta from scratch. I would love to make pasta from scratch. Do I have the time? No. Do I have the sanity for that? No. We'll buy it from a bag, thank you. Okay, those are the things that you can look at though. See what's more important to you, see what is available to you, see what is attainable for you, and make those changes step by step. Okay, next up, hormone connection. There is a connection between detoxing and hormones. Okay, the science behind it. Detox pathways impact estrogen, thyroid, and cortisol. Those three are huge players in your cycle and the way you feel and the way you can manage day to day. So if this is blocked, PMS will creep in, irregular cycles, and stubborn weight. Okay, and that's most of the time what I deal with my clients is those things. Okay, why does this matter? Detox equals hormone balance, and it's not like a fad or anything like that. Okay, if we are detoxing effectively, we helping our body do its job to its optimum state, right? That's what we want, right? We want our bodies to work optimally. If we're helping our bodies to do that, we're detoxing effectively, our hormones will be supported and will fall into balance. Okay, that with detoxing with other things as well. It's not just detoxing. Okay, for some people it might be, for others it might not be. Okay, right. So I don't want to, hopefully after this video, you're not seeing detoxing as just a trend. It's something that we actively have to be conscious of in a healing journey and in a management of a healed body. Like once we've healed and we're in a better space, we still need to support our bodies to detox effectively, because as we have learned today, you can look at something and a toxin is flying at you at this point. We are bombarded by a lot of those things, and we do need to support our bodies as best as possible. Do we need to run away and hide in a hole? No. We can still live life, we can still enjoy, we can still do the things that we want to do. I think it's just about being mindful and making changes where possible and where accessible and where it is most important to you. If you like plastic containers, go for it. Then change all your cleaning products. It's just find the balance. That's what we are all about here at Koi, is just find the balance that suits you, that you're comfortable with and that you're happy with. Okay, right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining in. Go ahead, give that video a like, subscribe if you want to see more of these kinds of videos. Go down and check in the description box below. I've got a bunch of freebies there that you can go check out, along with some cool ebooks and some programs you can jump in on to start your healing journey, as well as if you want to be coached with me, you can go check that out as well. Bunch of options down there to kind of just start living a life that you want to live. Awesome. With that said and done, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers, bye.